Hi everyone, and welcome back to Sit and Knit for a Bit on a Sunday with Arne and Carlos, and we are as always your hosts
Arne and Carlos, and this is the 120th time that we try to do this intro. We are clearly out of practice because we haven't been here since June.
It's hard to say with your hosts Arne and Carlos or with Arne and Carlos. And, it's really hard.
We have been away for a while, as most of you know. My mother passed away. She passed away in June, and of course it has been a different summer for us. Although we are looking forward to coming back and getting all of this done the way we always enjoy doing it. Of course, it is a little bit strange for me. I now have no mother alive anymore, and it is a transition period. There's a lot of things I have to get used to. I did enjoy visiting her, even though her mind had gone because of the Alzheimer's. So that's strange that I don't have her to visit anymore. But I do have my dad. He is still with us. Yeah. 89 years old, and he is as sharp as a Japanese knife, I say, in his mind.
And he's coming to see us in a few days or weeks?
In about 10 days.
10 days?
He'll be here in 10 days, and he's coming on the 25th of August, and he is going to celebrate my birthday here together with me, which is something we're very much looking forward to. And now we're laying all these plans because we are dreaming of a white Christmas this year, in the sense that the two last years we had to spend Christmas in Sweden at the home with my mother, even though she had no idea it was Christmas. No. And now and those Christmases weren't very fun, but now we're aiming on a very fun Christmas here at home with my dad.
We did get a white Christmas Eve. Or the first day of Christmas was white.
Or Christmas Day.
Or Christmas Day.
Yeah.
But in Sweden, south of Sweden, there's not much snow for Christmas. So it would be nice just to have that Advent time and the whole thing.
In Norway, yes.
Until New Year.
And usually, we never know because of the climate situation, the climate change, but usually we do get a white Christmas here. And my dad's looking very much forward to it. Yeah. We're looking forward to it as well. And hopefully, if all goes well, we will be celebrating here, the three of us, in peace and quiet. And it'll be a little bit more fun than the two last years with my mother. You know, it is quite sad when you're doing Christmas and your mother with Alzheimer's doesn't even know that it is Christmas, even if you tell her over and over again. So that was always a little bit sad.
And she couldn't be with us for Christmas either. So it was the three of us for Christmas.
Well, it was the three of us in my father's house after we had visited her. And I think that our house is more
Christmassy.
Yeah, it's more Christmassy here for sure. My dad never wanted a Christmas tree after my mother went to the home, because he felt that it would be up for the days that we were there, and then he'd had to take it down by himself.
We even brought him a bag of Christmas balls that we didn't use, because we have made so many Christmas balls through the years, and he didn't want to have the tree, so I took them back home now.
I was going to say, the balls have returned.
They have returned. They just take up space in his apartment. So and they're in a box in the storage house.
Yeah, and then one thing that we haven't taken with us yet, but I told my dad that we were going to do it, is my mother's knitting. My mother was an avid knitter, even if she lived in South America. I mean, we grew up in South America because my dad was working there for Ericsson. He's Swedish, but he was working in South America, and that's where we grew up. And even there, in the beautiful weather in the countries that we lived, where it never really gets cold enough to be winter, my mother and her friends would knit.
Yeah, maybe for air condition.
Yeah, they knitted for air-conditioned circumstances, for sure. Anyway, she made a huge amount of sweaters, and all of them with turtlenecks, because she loved having something around her neck.
And cable.
And lots of cables.
And lace and cable.
Yeah, so there's quite a few. There's a lot of knitwear.
There will be a few boxes with knitwear.
Exactly. We're going to take it with us, and I can't throw it away. It's my mother's knitting. I mean, there's just no way. I said to my dad, we'll leave it in the closet now, and next time we come with a car, we're going to, bring a few big boxes, and we'll pack down the knitting, and then we'll take it here. We'll label the boxes, and then we'll see if we do something with them one day. or if we just keep them,
Keep them.
of sentimental value, of course.
I have all my mother's hats.
I know, yeah. And I have your mother, your mother, Arne's mother passed away in 2011, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
One of the last Christmases she was alive, she needed socks for everyone. And I have my socks yet. They have holes that I was thinking of maybe darning, but it's not possible to throw them away.
No.
And it's the same with my mother's knitting.
Nice gift.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have the sweaters. And for those of you who there's probably someone who haven't seen this before, and it's called Sit and Knit for a Bit. It means that you can sit and knit for a bit while we talk.
Yeah.
Because we like to talk, and we talk about a lot of things, and we have already mentioned knitting.
We have.
And some of you have also seen Carlos on crutches.
Yes, that's the other thing that we need to address very quickly. I have been seen on crutches lately. And a lot of people have wondering where the video went, the one where I explained why I was on crutches. And to be honest, we didn't do a video like that.
No, we didn't.
Because I had a very bad accident the day before the knitting cruise. And it all happened so fast, One day I have a big accident, and then the second day I am in crutches, greeting guests, ready to go on a knitting adventure on a cruise here in Norway. If you don't know, we organize those cruises in our country. We're from Norway, so it's quite natural for us to do that.
So that was a hectic day.
It was, well...
we had to... We passed by all the pharmacies on the way to the airport to try to get crutches for you, and the first one had one. And they called the next one, and they said they had two, but when we arrived, they had one. And then finally, we got we got a pair in the pharmacy in the airport.
Yeah.
So that was hectic.
Yeah, I met the whole group. I was pretty out of it because I'd taken some very hefty painkillers to keep me going. But anyway, long story short, I was walking in the woods. I lost my balance. I was doing something very silly that I shouldn't have been doing at my age.
Balancing, maybe?
I was balancing on the railway thing. There's no trains coming, so it wasn't that I got hit by a train. Don't worry about that.
Train.
But I was balancing on that metal thing that goes, and then I really lost my balance. And then as I fell, I severely twisted my ankle. And it's pretty bad, but I have had medical attention. I have been x-rayed, or my foot has been x-rayed, and there's no fracture. I haven't broken my foot, thank goodness. But my doctor does say that we're looking into 6 to 8 weeks before I am okay again. I'm hoping for 6 weeks, not 8. And I've already done, by the time you see this, it's 3 weeks since I had my accident. So it means that I should have about 3 more weeks of recovery. I am now at a phase, so I was walking on crutches in the beginning of the trip. Then I wanted to do the kayaking. I love kayaking nowadays. And so in order to do the kayaking, I had to show up at the kayaking place without crutches because I was afraid they'd say no. And what happened was walking, I twisted my ankle again, I know. It's bad, and I should be ashamed of myself for being so reckless twice. But yeah, I twisted my ankle a second time, and then I got in the canoe, and I was kayak, and I was constricted in that canoe for 2.5 hours. That did not do wonders for my foot.
But Carl, there's probably 15 years since the last time you were balancing on that railway.
I shouldn't do that at my age.
Do that. Not in your age.
Anyway,
but then again. There's a nice antique store in London we go to, and they had this beautiful walking stick.
Yeah, cane.
Cane, you can get them with like a dog's head.
No.
Looks more stylish than the crutches.
I've already thrown the crutches away, at least while I'm in the house. I do.
Yeah, one of them. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, a miracle.
A miracle. Hallelujah. I'm cured. Yeah. No, I haven't thrown away, but I'm not using the crutches in the house except when I go up and down the stairs. And my doctor said that's okay. But once we go out, I take the crutch with me. But nowadays I'm only doing one.
So I drive all the time and I carry stuff up and down.
Well, today I was using my amazing Miele rotary iron.
Then you sit on a chair.
If you know me, you know how much I love that little contraption that I bought for myself for Christmas. I do all the sheets in it. But to be honest, I'm right-handed, and I injured my right foot. So I had to sit with my right leg crossed over my left and use my left leg, because when I was using my right leg, I started getting pain. Yeah. So yeah, anyway. Oh yeah, but what I wanted to say about the kayaking is I was really naughty. I went without crutches on purpose because there was no way I was not going to go kayaking. Twisted my ankle again. It was bloody painful. I thought I was going to die. I got in the kayak. I was in the kayak for 2.5 hours. That was not great for my foot. And then only when we got back and I needed help from one of the instructors, I told them, or the tour guides, the kayak guides, that's when I told them I pretty much have broken my foot. Not really, but almost. And I need help with, you need to hold me, because I have to balance myself out of the kayak with only one foot. Then I got a dirty look from one of them, but it was too late because we'd done the 2.5 hour kayak. And before you all scold me online, I know, but I didn't want to miss the kayaking. I love it so much. Then I was going to do Torghatten, which is the mountain in Norway with a hole. And I realized after twisting my foot. So before I twisted my foot for the second time, I was going to do Torghatten as well, because I was going to be cured by then. But after I twisted my foot, I realized that I was not going to do Torghatten. I didn't do it. And not only that, I stayed in the ship the whole time so that Arne went shopping alone, which also created some fun discussions after he came back to the ship. So there you have my story. Yeah. Don't scold me,
but
please.
I didn't shop a lot. It was only in Tromsø. The second-hand store was open. There's one in Brønnøysund, but we arrived on a Sunday, so it was closed.
And you bought Christmas decorations.
I bought Christmas decorations in Honningsvåg. They are beautiful. And I have a very scary story. Not scary. I have a story about the thrift store.
Oh, right.
For so many years now, we've been sailing up to Svalbard, and every time I Google this, I Google Longyearbyen, what is there to see for shopping and stuff, and there's always there's a second-hand store. And
now we're going to digress for a little second, sorry to interrupt, but the second-hand store in Svalbard is called Bruktikken.
Yeah, that's like the play of...
Two words. Butikk in Norwegian is a shop.
Yeah.
And brukt means second-hand. So when you have butikk and you have brukt and you combine them, bruktikk.
Bruktikken. And when you
we thought it was quite funny, actually.
But when I Google it, it says second-hand shop. And there's opening hours. And this time I was so happy because we were in Longyearbyen when it opened. And I walked up there with 3 of the ladies from the cruise, and we came half an hour or 20 minutes earlier. We were sitting outside waiting for the shop to open.
Yes, I was on the ship.
And you were on the ship because you couldn't walk. And then they came to open the shop, and they said, "Do you live here?" And we said, "No." And then they said, "Well, you can't get in. You have to live here to get into the shop." And I was like, "But why do you put that out on the internet? That it's a second-hand shop?" Because it's not. It's a place where you can get things for free if you live in Longyearbyen.
And then you can hand in things for free.
And hand in and get things. And we were so disappointed.
Yeah. More than likely, it's because people in Svalbard tend to not live there permanently. They live there for several years and then they leave. There's a lot of students there. The weather is quite bad, and you have the four months of polar night and then the 4 months of eternal midnight sun.
And you would think probably the good stuff stay at home. They don't give that away.
Anyway, people get fed up, so they leave, right? And then whatever they don't take with them, they hand into the Bruktikken, and then it gets distributed again.
They could have put that out on the internet. So,
they could have.
At least we could understand that is not a second-hand store.
And you know what I realized? We were there now for the Midnight Sun, and the Midnight Sun is fascinating and all that, but it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy because I could actually manage the polar night more. Of course, we'd be more depressed. But in the summer, we were in our cabin, and during the days we were in Svalbard, the light went through the curtains, so I couldn't sleep anyway. And we went to bed late anyway because it wasn't dark. So it really confuses me.
It's very confusing, and I think you get used to it, but I think this summer I actually have had problems sleeping, and I have never at home even because it's been so light at night. And before I'd never had any reaction to that, but this summer we even bought this curtain to
the blind
blind the blind, but
it's not long enough.
It's not long enough.
So we need to go find out.
That's more irritating, having this little opening with light.
So, but and actually that's in eyesight. So when you close down the blind and you're in the bed, you get the light exactly where your eyes are when you look at the window.
It's better having the big.
We're gonna go out and we're gonna look for a proper blind. And if we can't find one, we could always have one made.
But have you noticed there haven't been any sheep around the house this summer?
No, but we've had cows.
We have had cows, but no sheep. And every summer we have sheep walking around the house, and you can wake up around 4 in the morning.
Not in the garden, but on the outside.
On the outside, and then you can hear the bells when they come. And this summer we haven't heard them. So my idea is that I have put electronic fences.
Good.
Because I know that half of the flock, is that what you call it?
Yeah, the flock
of sheep had this thing around the neck, and there's like this electronic fence, and now I think every sheep has that.
It's very good. Now, in case you're wondering, because you're probably very confused, why would we have sheep walking around the house? And cows. But we live up on top of a mountain in an old train station that we have redesigned and is now our home. But usually in Norway, the mountains is where the sheep and the cows graze in the summer. So the farmers, they bring them all up to the mountains, and they can roam freely. So if you're driving up in the mountain roads, you'll find cows not wanting to get out of the way, or sheep lying in the asphalt because they love the heat.
So you have to be very careful, because it can be very dangerous, especially with the sheep, because they like to lay on the asphalt because it's warm.
And it's quite remote here, so that's why we have the sheep. Well, not this year anyway. Anyway, we do, as we were talking earlier, we do all these trips, and this one I traveled as a cripple, and Arne had to bring me things, which, to be honest, I don't really like it. I don't like asking for favors, but the people were lovely in the group. They were fussing over me, and they were offering to bring me things and all that. But in the end, I tried to be as independent as possible, and we had a fantastic trip, didn't we?
And the good thing is that you managed to knit a lot.
Oh yeah, I knit a lot. So
you finished.
Oh yeah, something. I finished because I wasn't leaving the ship. I had plenty of time to knit. So do you want me to show what I did?
Show what you did.
Okay, so before I do, I have to show what we bought. And now we will have to be, I don't know, we'll have to sell patterns for the rest of our life to pay for this. Because it was so expensive.
I even had something
hang
that
on.
you could
It's all tangled here. Oops, I'm having a moment here. Talk about something else while I fix this.
Yeah, no, I started the project, and that's what you have there, and you can have it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it for you. Okay, so people, here we are. It's a little bit tangled, but here I have what is the most expensive yarn I have ever bought in my life. It's from the muskox. It's Kiviot yarn from Greenland. It's not been dyed, I believe. And I bought 2 skeins. Actually, we bought 1.5. Okay, so we bought
1 each.
We started with 1 each.
And then we
here. No.
And then you bought 2 more.
Yeah, we started with one. We started with 1 skein each, but it was fingering weight, so it was very, very thin. And then Arne cast on, and he started knitting a hat with just one end. And as you can see...
And that's very thin.
Yeah.
I started it on the cruise to Greenland, because that's where we bought the yarn. And I didn't come far. My plan was to do 2 knit and 2 purl, because I thought it would be nicer.
But it's very thin.
Instead of stocking it. Then you made
and then we went to, so we were in Ilulissat. We were in Ilulissat first in Greenland, where we bought this. And then we went to Umanak, another place north of the Arctic Circle, not far away from Ilulissat. And I found the DK weight. So what I did was I decided to use both. So I cast on the stitches with the DK weight. I knitted the rib, and then I started knitting the stockinette with the fingering weight, and I wound it in two so that I could.
So it's two. It's one ball.
This is one. Yeah, right. This is one
I
skein.
thought it was two.
No. This is one skein, and what I did is I wound it in two. As you can see, I didn't wind the exact amounts, so I'm going to have to rewind
But then
maybe.
this is the same.
That's the same, yeah. So I wound my skein. I split it in two. I wound two balls, and then I've been knitting together with this. So I cast on with this. I did the ribbing, and then I changed to two ends of this, and I did about 6 centimeters. And then I went back to this one and did 6 centimeters, and then I went back to this one and did whatever was left. And the result is the most exclusive and the most luxurious oversized hat ever. And I think you can actually see it in this light.
I think it came out nice.
But you can see it shows that there is a stripe, or there is stripes there. You can see it. Yeah, you can with this light. You can see the stripe. So it's two different ends, and then it's a double brim. I'm not going to try it because I washed my hair right now, and we're going to go out in a bit, so I don't want to look crazy. But
but the brim is so much nicer to feel the difference with the one I made. And
because it's thicker. It's thicker.
So much nicer.
But try on the hat.
And it's so soft.
It's like butter, as you say.
I don't think you can use this for socks.
No.
Probably.
Yeah. It's very nice.
It's very nice,
and then you can
comfortable.
And then you can wear it many different ways. You can actually just wear it as well with just single, if you want. Like, yeah.
And make it more.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. You can do
maybe
lots
that's
of.
Like cooler.
Yeah, that's like the cool kid. And I loved it so much, and I actually love knitting with it because it's so soft. It's so delicious. I never thought in my life that I could fall in love with a yarn like this, and now I understand how you all feel. Because anyway, so
I never felt that before.
So now that I finished that, I got a little bit depressed. But then I was kind of feeling this with my hands, and realized that I may have enough in my two skeins to knit something for Arne as well. So I cast on a new one, and what I've done here is I did the ribbing. And this time I did it opposite. So I did the ribbing with the two fingering first, but 2 threads of the fingering together. And now I am at I've begun the stockinette, and I aim to finish the hat for Arne on our next cruise, which will begin on September 27th.
And then you can take this one and you can just unravel it if you need the yarn.
If I need the yarn, I will.
If not, you can finish it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we should do something with that.
But feel this one. This one must be double because one is very thin.
No, this is single.
Yeah, but if you put it double.
Yeah, that's what I did here. You can feel the difference. Yeah.
So, but put this in your bag, and then you can have it.
And I love the fact. I have to say, absolutely love. Yeah, here you can see clearly there's a stripe, right? There is.
But this is.
And there's one on the top
I
as well.
know you have finished one hat before.
No, I finished more.
And maybe more.
I did the MDK hat twice.
Yeah, see, you've done 2 hats before.
The MD.
It starts to be windy.
Hello. Now you're not giving me enough credit here.
Yeah.
I did the MDK hat twice. I've done the penguin hat. I've done the one that we did in Greenland. And I've done this one. So I've done at least 5 hats that I know of.
But on this trip, you have actually started the second one. But you did 2 MDK hats on one cruise.
No, I did one, and then I did another in another cruise. And yes, I did. I finished this one, and yes, I started this one.
So this is more than you have ever done.
Yeah, but this is not color work. This is just single.
And you don't have to think.
Anyway, I love my little hat.
So put this in the bag.
And okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, once I finish your hat, we'll need to figure out what else we can do with it. Little scarves don't work on us because we have beard, or we shave.
This will be worn out.
This will be destroyed. So we can't do scarves for ourselves. So a hat each for sure. And then with the final ball, because there will be something left, we'll have to figure out, do we do some little wrist warmers? We could do wrist warmers.
Or maybe something for the dolls. Expensive doll clothes.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm sure people are wondering how much this cost. And we had to rationalize it by saying that because we work with Rowan. We're Rowan designers, and they send us anything we need, and we don't pay for it. We haven't actually bought much yarn in our lifetime. So we feel
we can do it.
So we feel like we could afford to do it once. Plus, we wanted to support the Greenland economy as well. So each skein cost about $120 each. So yeah, we bought yarn for $360. Yeah.
And everything.
No. That's not correct. That's not correct. It was 900 Norwegian kroner for a skein.
Yeah, that's expensive.
It was $90 per skein. So we bought 3 skeins at $90 each. So we bought yarn for $270. We've never spent that much on yarn ever, but we did now.
I think that's yarn for a whole sweater if you bought something.
Yeah, in Norway, absolutely. Absolutely. So this is not something we're not gonna, well, we can put this in the kitchen. Okay, so what's in my bag? Wild rice from Minnesota that our friend Terry gave us. Thank you, Terry. That was in my knitting bag. Now we're gonna put it where it belongs.
Yeah. And you asked for the rice yesterday. Where's the wild rice?
I did. I asked.
I have no clue.
And now we found it.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
Yeah, you talked.
Oh yeah. In Norway, you could get a whole sweater's worth for this. We have never bought expensive yarn like this, but it was to support the Greenland economy, which we did. And I'm gonna wear my hat a lot. I can promise you that.
So I'm gonna show you what I finished. I didn't finish anything, but I finished.
I finished.
I finished the body on the sweater. The what's it called again? What's the name of this one?
Spitsbergen sweater. Yeah, here's the original.
So that's the colors we used on the pattern on the website, and then I picked these colors.
Which is the same yarn.
Same yarn, but I changed it, so this one is much wider. I wanted to have like a comfy sweater.
Sorry, I'm gonna go out of the screen because I lost a needle.
He's back. Yeah, and so I finished this one on this trip, and then I think I will leave this now until the next coastal cruise we're doing
in September, end of September.
So then I will finish the sleeves on that trip, and then I can steek it.
Yeah, it's a nice sweater. It's called the Spitsbergen sweater, and we designed this for Rowan. It's on our website. You can get the pattern there, and you can change up the colors if you like and do that. Let's put them side by side
so you can see. The sweater from Rowan is knitted flat because it's Rowan who make the patterns, but I knitted
yours is upside down. Okay, there we go.
I knitted this one on the round, and maybe I had a little bit bigger needle. Yeah. So this is knitted on the round, and this is knitted flat. But you can easily change it into something you knit on the round if you like that, or if you have the nerve or the guts to steek, because that's what we do.
And then we've done mittens as well with the little dog pattern. So these are also available on our website.
I think there's a hat.
Yeah, no, there's not. The hat somebody did from the pattern. They bought
a lady on the cruise made the pattern.
Not a lady on the cruise. Our friend.
Our friend. Gretchen, you were wearing this.
Silvana. Yeah, Gretchen was wearing it, but Silvana made it, and it's beautiful.
I thought that was on the website.
No.
It's just a good knitter.
It's just a very good knitter that took the pattern and made it into a hat. But we've got mittens as well. And then there's another sweater design that has the just a very simple. It's the same design, but it just goes across the top and the sleeve.
And that one came in 2 different colors.
You've got this one, and then you've got this one over here. They're quite nice as well. Simple, very simple. Yeah.
So and then I brought I did the body for another sweater. So it's not finished because I had to unravel a lot. I jumped over one round down there, and then I had to up there, and I took it down there. No, the mistake was down there, and I was up here, and I unraveled down there.
And I want to tell everybody how many stitches he unraveled because it's quite fun.
That was a lot of stitches.
So Arne had to unravel 12,096 stitches. I know that because he unraveled 48 rows. and he cast on 252 stitches to begin with.
And I increased 2 stitches, so that's 254.
Oh, okay, so even
That's
more.
the number you were counting with.
I was counting with 252.
No, 254.
Oh, okay, so you unraveled even more stitches.
Yeah, okay. But this will, I hope to finish
don't
this
poke me.
before we go on the next trip. And when we were, I think it was was it the first or the second Japan trip, I did the sleeves. So I knitted this in the bus on the sleeve. So this is a nice sweater, look. I think this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very old pattern, so this is nothing we can sell, but it is from Dale. I don't think that does Dale exist anymore.
It does.
Yeah, the pattern?
I don't know the
No.
pattern, but the company exists.
Yeah, they do ready-made.
Dalegarn. No, they do exist.
No, I have to go down for a while because the window is open and my pattern blew away.
Okay.
See you
So
soon.
see you soon.
So this one I found the sweater in a thrift store in Tromsø,
Tromsø.
and I found a picture of the model in this booklet from Dale, and it's Dale model number 336.
Yeah.
So there it is.
It's very
And
nice.
I googled it, so it's called Montana.
Oh, wow.
But I took a picture of the sweater in the thrift store, so I knit from that.
And decided to recreate it.
Yeah, I make it different, bigger, and I do duplicate stitch instead of knitting with 3 colors. And there's a fun thing. Gretchen, if you watch
Our friend.
this, you with the beautiful hat, it was so cool because she told me that she remembered she got the jacket from her mother in the 70s while she were in Bergen when she was a kid. And she found the picture, and
It was this one.
it was this one.
That's very cool.
So this is the one she picked when she was a kid in Bergen in the 70s. So I'm going to send the pattern
Yep.
because she needed it in bigger size as well. So
How amazing, huh?
that's the project we worked on the trip. I did bring my no, I didn't bring the sock for the full costume sock because I tried that on the trip before, and I only did the rib.
Didn't we get our, quick recap, one of our socks got lost
Yeah, that's
on
this
tour. Is that the one that didn't get lost?
Yeah, the other one is still
So this
lost.
one didn't get lost, the other one got lost, and now Arne has to knit new ones
Yeah.
because we need them.
But I'm only done the rib.
Well, you better hurry because Christmas is coming. And we're going to have a white Christmas here at home, which is good because we can opt out of wearing the fall costumes this year
Yeah, but the
if we don't
problem
have
is-
enough stockings.
The problem is you can't use this old one because
No, you need to knit the full
yeah,
pair.
it's a different dye lot. You can probably not see it there, but when you see it
Oh yeah, it's so
up
evident.
close, it's 2 different whites.
Yeah.
So I guess this one will travel with us now, and actually this can be the extra.
The sample, yeah, we can use that as a sample.
But it can also be extra because the 2 pair we had were knitted in the same dye lot. But the new one is a different one.
Yeah, so Arne will need to knit too. It's better he does it than I do it because if I do it, it's going to take 10 years. If you do it, you might do
When are we
it
going to Africa?
in November.
So maybe this will be the project I bring to South Africa because I finished almost 1 pair, I think. No, I knitted 1 when we were on that trip, inspection tour to South Africa. Remember?
Yes, I
brought
remember.
the socks with me. So maybe I'm keeping
Right, you're
tradition. I'm bringing the
That's
socks
when
back to Africa.
how good memory you have suddenly.
Because I remember I lost 1 knitting needle in the back of 1 car, and I couldn't find the knitting needle, and it was hard.
Because
to
I
find.
remember it was in 2020. It was just before the pandemic hit. So this was in February. In January, we met Eric in Lillehammer. Remember, we met Eric in Lillehammer. That's when we got measured for the fall costumes that we were going to make. And that's when when we bought the yarn for the stockings.
Yeah.
And then the trip led to, so it was in the end of January. And a few days later, we were on a plane to Cape Town. That's how it was.
Yes.
So
So I
how-
brought the yarn and the needle and the pattern.
Pretty amazing. And now we're going back to South Africa 6 years, almost 6 years
6
later.
years later.
We're going back to South Africa, and Arne will knit the new stockings again. Cool.
Yeah.
That we knit them
it's
in
a tradition.
Yeah, it's becoming a tradition that the folk stockings that we wear with our bunad must be knitted in South Africa.
And then I've been working on the sock for the Sattestall. That looks like this now.
The one that you don't see.
The one you don't see, and
even though it has that insane amount of work.
That pattern is insane.
Yeah.
And
and here too. Look.
It's the X and O pattern, and I'm down to the heel. I'm going to do the heel now. I had to unravel. I was knitting too long, so now I'm going to put on the heel. But that's also something I have to do one day when my head is
back in place.
Back in place.
Well, your head's always back in place, right?
Not always. Because you know, when you travel like we do and you come home, like the first day when you come home, you feel almost like sadness. Emptiness, because
silence.
You've been around people for so many days, and then you come home and then it's just the two of us. And
which is nice.
It's nice, but you also feel that the house has been empty for a while.
Yeah.
And then you start thinking, because there's so many things you started before you left, and when you come home, you have kind of forgotten about them.
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
if I write down stuff, it's gone. So it takes time just to get back to...
Yes, it does. And then you have to go through all the phases. You have to do the laundry, you have to do the cleaning, you have to do ironing the shirts again. So we're doing that now, bed sheets and everything. So
and also on this trip,
unpacking.
Yeah, and on the trips I normally bring my scrapbook, and this time I found one scrapbook that I started in when was it? I have to see. I started this book in 2016 maybe, or when was it? No, in 2010 I started to write and glue stuff in this book, and there were some pages in the back that was empty. So on this trip I took this with me, so it started in 2010 and it will finish now in 2025.
Right, yeah.
And on this trip, this is a tips if you want to go on tours with us. On this trip I glued maps from the cruise, because you can see on this page. This is from Svalbard, where you can buy these. It's not allowed to bring weapon into shops, because you have to have weapons. Some people have to have weapons
for the
because
polar
of
bears.
the polar bear.
Yeah.
But instead of writing a lot...
I mean, not to kill them, but to scare them.
But instead of writing a lot of stuff, I glue in these maps from the Hurtigruten and then postcards. Instead of writing, today we came to Longyearbyen and blah, 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 because I never read it.
Yeah, I saw Arne walking around with maps every day.
Yes, I took a map every day, and you see on this one the map is gone, but at least I have Svalbard, the place we went to, and these postcards from a Swedish artist that we love. So this is how I use the scrapbook now. But then the book where I wrote down things I had to do when I came home, that's in another book. And I don't remember which.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was also busy in the cruise doing other things. Arne was doing his little diary, and I decided to revive the blog for some. Well, I know the reason. I needed something to do to help me think about other things than my mother. So I decided that I was going to revive the blog and write a little travel report of the trip, which I did, and I'm very pleased with it. Arne has contributed, of course. It's not only in my voice. Arne,
it's mostly you.
It's mostly me, but we've added Arne's voice as well, as much as we could.
Because if you haven't done anything one day and I've been out shopping,
right, and then it's definitely your voice. But yeah, I mean, it was fun writing a report about the trip, and if you're curious about it, if you are coming on a knitting cruise with us in the near future, or if you're planning to and want to know a little bit more of what it's like, I highly recommend you go and read it. So we revived the blog, and we've revamped our newsletter as well. So our newsletter nowadays is a fortnightly. So every 14 days you will get the newsletter. And we've changed the name of the newsletter from ARNE CARLOS Updates, which sounds a little bit boring. It's now called The Quiet Thread.
Because we don't talk.
No, you read. So that we don't have to talk. And And then the blog is now the Quiet Thread blog. So go to arnecarlos.com/blog and you can read the two posts that we've done. The report from the northbound. We went on the Svalbard line. It used to be called Svalbard Express, which I love more than Svalbard line. But anyway, the trip is just as fabulous, so that hasn't changed. So part one is the northbound journey from Bergen out to the North Cape, and then the first day at sea. And then part two is arrival in Svalbard, the days that we spend in Svalbard, and then the return to the mainland, and then down south. So that's part two.
You know what I can do? I can print the blog and put that in my scrapbook.
Yeah, you can. You can. So check it out. I think you're going to love it. Not because it's written by us, but because it is a different medium now that we haven't had for a very long time. And I've actually missed writing. I always enjoy doing that. And I feel like I haven't done it in such a long time.
And I think like maybe we can, in the blog, maybe you can write about things we don't talk about on YouTube. Like if we travel somewhere and it's not like business or
exactly.
Remember when many years ago, this is way back in history
when we were young.
And blogging was something new, and there was this fashion magazine in Norway called Handmade, and it's so long ago that the magazine doesn't exist anymore. That's how long it is. Yeah. And then we worked with them for a while. They had the website because that was also new back then.
And we had a blog through them.
Yeah, and then we had like this fashion blog.
Yeah, plus we did travel journalism.
It's like, I feel like that's a little bit what we're back to.
Yeah, we did a whole.
What you started.
We did a whole report. It was very similar. We were in Mexico. This is in 2010, I think. No. Are you kidding me?
Ago.
It's 2005. So we went to Mexico and we did a similar thing to what I've just published on the blog. It's a whole daily report from Mexico. I love those kinds of reports.
Yeah, I think it was very, very nice. It was so fun because we just wrote our impressions of things.
And our thoughts.
Yeah. So we did Mexico. We also wrote about the Fashion Week in Paris, where we made drawings of different.
We drew people in the streets.
Ladies who were very avant-garde or.
We should do all that kind of stuff. Don't you think it's a good idea? I mean, I'm talking to you now.
Yeah, maybe we should do that again.
Yeah.
But that was so fun.
So let us know in the comments if that's things you want to see from us on the new revived blog.
Maybe we should make drawings of people we see on our garden tours and other travels.
Maybe, yeah. Let's think about it, and we want to hear your feedback. So do let us know in the comments if you want what you'd like to see on our blog. And I think the blog has to be different from the podcasts and from the tutorials and from the newsletter. So it will be interesting to see what you guys want to see or interesting to know. So let us know in the comments, and the Quiet Thread, both the newsletter and the blog, we do look forward to developing them and keeping them alive again. And I mean, it is nice to be back with a blog. I have to say, I have missed writing. Yeah. And it wasn't like this before either. Before we did a lot of patterns that supported the YouTube episodes, and we did recipes and things like that. Now I think we're going to do reports like this from our travels. Definitely recipes. We will soon share with you on the blog the recipe for what we've been eating most of the summer, which supposedly is done with the produce that we grow. That hasn't ripened yet, so we haven't. But anyway,
it's been a strange summer.
If our produce would have ripened and if all would have gone well, then we would have had it from our own produce. But we'll explain it in a blog post. So just go to arnecarlos.com/blog and take a look there. We've got our newsletter as well, the Quiet Thread. And in the newsletter, when we post or when we send it, every 14 days, we will let you know what's new on the blog. So if you are not on our newsletter and you would like to be on this new one, I think it's going to be worth your while. So go to our website. And once you get to our website, there's going to be a pop-up window that will tell you that you can sign up. If you don't find the pop-up window in the blog, if you're on a desktop, look on the right-hand side of the screen for that. And if you're on a phone, just scroll to the end and you can sign up from there. So yeah. In other news, Arne, we have been obsessed. We have a new friend in our life.
We have a new friend.
Actually, two.
Two new friends.
Two. One of them came to our lives when we were in Charleston, and the other one, and the other one has come recently.
Yeah, he came while we were away.
Yeah, Arne couldn't resist him.
I was, you know, how can we say this? Should we just show him?
Let's show him. He's amazing.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
It's
Alan.
Look at his outfit and the shoes.
I know, it's amazing.
It's Alan. I found him on the internet. He was sold as a Ken. And
but it's
then
Alan.
Our Barbie friends told us
experts.
This is Alan.
Yeah.
But he's wearing Ken's clothes.
Yeah, Alan is in Ken's clothes. It's all vintage and it's our new obsession. I mean, look, I even did that half tuck that they do on the, what's that called? Queer Eye for the Fab guy or something. Anyway, look, he's got the half tuck. Look at the shoes. I mean, just look at the shoes.
That's fabulous.
Look at the pants. Yeah. I mean, the pants, even I'm going to unbutton it because...
But you know, after we got that Ken, he came with some clothes.
Look.
And
the zipper...
How those clothes are made is amazing.
There's even a zipper, and not any zipper. It's a YKK, which is a symbol of quality, people. It's
so we have a new obsession.
A YKK zipper on Alan. And look, there's even a back pocket. I mean, look at this. There's a back pocket. And look at the fit of these trousers. Look at the back. It's just incredible. Look at the way they go down. And even the length is amazing. I mean...
He's so cool.
Yeah, and the shirt is also extremely well made. Both the pants and the...
he came with some...
They have labels.
So
they even have labels.
Yeah. He came also with clothes with the Ken or the Barbie label, but they were not so good. So I have to repair them. And it's so strange because when you see Alan in the Barbie movie, he's like a little bit nerdy and like it's like Ken who's like the
cool guy, and nobody remembers Alan.
And Alan is so much nicer.
He's fabulous.
Actually,
they're both fabulous.
Nice.
They're
Ken
both
is also
nice,
but Alan is so cool.
Anyway, the vintage clothes is remarkably well made. But you know what? It's just like vintage in real life as well. Anything you buy vintage will be better made than what you can buy today. And it's incredible to see that even the dolls, even the attention to detail, but not only that, the quality of the fabrics, the way everything drapes, the way it's all done, the way the seams are done inside is just incredible.
Details,
the little
like
details.
Back pocket.
And even you know they're even indicating with two seams that there's pockets in the front.
Like the indication is there.
Yeah.
But he's so cool. So now our new obsession is Alan.
And vintage clothes.
And vintage clothes.
For Alan.
Also Ken.
Yeah.
But this one is in really good shape.
So this outfit was a gift from our dear Canadian friends, who also brought us the original outfit for Ken, which is a pair of swimming trunks and a striped T-shirt and the sandals.
So
it's just amazing.
Well.
It's just incredible.
Our doll family is growing.
Yeah.
So, but I have to. There's one thing different with. We can show that later, maybe, because we didn't bring Ken down, but. Alan has straight feet. Ken has better legs.
Yeah, but from what I heard from our Canadian friends, the Ken that we have, we bought a Ken doll in Charleston, and this one is older than this Alan.
Yeah, Alan is newer.
So but it's still, this Alan is from the 60s. The Ken is also maybe from the late 50s or something. The older Ken was a little bit shorter than the newer one.
And I got some pattern for Alan clothes this morning, so. Yeah. Next time I'm cleaning the stash, I'm gonna.
I mean, look at those shoes. I would wear this outfit.
I know you would. So, you don't have it. You don't have white trousers, do you? No, you don't have.
I don't have white trousers. I have all other colors, but not white. I have gray. I have gray.
You could match Alan.
I can't get over the zipper. The zipper is YKK. I mean, really. And Lisa, our friend from Canada, said that. A lot of this clothes was actually made in Japan back then, which can explain the extreme attention to detail.
Like also you see on this one with a little button and a little what you call a little loop to put.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, look at that.
that's unbelievable. You don't make clothes like that for real people today. So I mean, the whole thing has just gone and
sometimes
changed.
when I do clothes for the share doll, I'm like, do I actually need to put lining on everything?
Yes, you do.
And
Of course you do.
yeah, I think I do.
I mean,
I
they
think
put
I need to
a
be
tiny YKK zipper on this pants.
I think it has to be made the proper way.
Yeah, I agree.
So
It's a YKK zipper. I mean, it's insane.
So we were so happy when Alan popped up on the internet and we could get him.
Yeah.
So that was so cool when we came home and there was a package.
Yeah. So we ordered, or Arne ordered him online. He bought it from a lady who owned it, who sold it to him. He ordered it when we were in Tromsø, and by the time we got home a few days ago, it was already here. So to our delight, he was not very nicely dressed. So I'm glad that we were able to.
But they were originals.
They were originals, but they were very mismatched.
Yeah, the top was a little bit. I have to fix it.
Yeah, we need to repair it, and once we repair it, you'll see.
But you know what happened now? I need to make more doll houses.
Yeah.
So we need the new extension.
Yeah,
of
they
the
need to
house.
move in as well, huh?
We need a new
Yeah.
extension. We need the doll room, or we have the storage house.
Right. Okay, everybody.
I think we should stop.
Yeah,
because
we have
friends coming tomorrow.
Yeah, so Arne, any visit we have, Arne will mention the possibility of getting a marzipan cake, which I mean, it works well because he has a craving for marzipan cake, and we're having friends. We're having friends that are coming over for a cup of coffee.
Do you like marzipan?
Tomorrow? Yeah, I do. Yeah. So since we're having friends coming for some marzipan, for some coffee, Arne said, let's go get some marzipan cake. And that's, him getting his craving for marzipan cake fed, or whatever you call it.
So that's what we're going to do.
So we're going to leave now, drive the car, go shopping, get some marzipan cake for tomorrow. And then I need to tidy up the house a little bit. It's not very messy, but always when we come home, we just dump the suitcases and we don't look at them for a few days. And it's time to look at the suitcases now, I think, and unpack and get everything a little bit more in order and enjoy our house a little bit more. Anyway, Sit in It for a Bit is back. We had to cut down to 1 episode a month because I had to give priority to my mother. And I am very grateful that I was able to do that this year from January until June.
Yeah.
Very, very grateful for the time that I got to spend with her. But now we're going to try to go back to hopefully 2 episodes a month of Sit in It for a Bit. It's not going to happen overnight. No. It will happen slowly. So it won't happen now, but we will look into getting back to 2 episodes a month. Can you tell them why? Because you love it so much.
I think it's funny. And look, this is funny.
Yeah.
Alan is sneaking in.
No, but tell them what you told me the other day about.
I think when we did during the lockdown, when we did it every day, and then after that we did it more often. It feels like it gives me energy to do new stuff.
Amazing.
Also,
yeah.
Because when we just do it once a month, you get a little bit call that, schlapp.
Yeah, I agree. Doing it once a month, you're like, let's go and record it.
Yeah. But if you do it more often...
Well, the thing is, when we shut the camera off now, we'll be more energized because this gives us life, really.
And there's so many things we do all the time. If you think back on the COVID, the lockdown, when we did the thing every day. What do you call that again? We call it
the quarantine lockdown. Or the quarantine podcast.
Yeah. Then it's amazing that you have actually something to talk about.
Yeah.
But
we do.
What sound is that?
I think it was a door or something. Oh, maybe me on the chair. I don't know.
Or maybe you were moving and the door on the cabinet opens. The ghosts there.
Maybe there are ghosts.
There's so much to talk about.
So much to talk about.
That's why.
That's why we're going to try to come back to 2 Sit in It episodes a month. And then the tutorial. But as I said, it's not going to happen overnight, but we are thinking of ways to do it.
Yeah.
So on that note, we do hope that you have enjoyed this episode. And if you have, please give us a big thumbs up and engage with our content, comment, Let us know how we're doing. Give us ideas
How
and
you're
suggestions. Let us know how you're doing as well. We have a fantastic community here, and it is so good that we all get something out of being here. I think it's amazing, really. And if you want additional content, we also have our members area. And next week on August 24th, we will be doing a live stream for our Tier 2 members, who are now called the Evergreens. We just launched names for our tiers.
We're changing everything.
Yeah.
So if you're a Tier 2, is that what you call it?
It was a Tier 2, now it's
You're
Evergreens.
Evergreen.
If you're a Tier 1, you're a Wildflower,
Yeah.
and then the supporter tier is as it was before, which is the original tier, the entry tier. Anyway, we've got a channel that is free, which is this one, and then we've got additional membership things that you can do or that you can access if you join our channel. And to do that, all you need to do is go to our YouTube channel, look for the subscribe button, and you'll find the join button right next to it.
Yes.
So, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next time with a regular tutorial episode, and then we'll see how we can do the 2 episodes a month of Sit in It for a Bit. Best way to find out will obviously be if you subscribe to the Quiet Thread, our newsletter. Subscribe to that and you'll be the first to know.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Let's go and have cake.
Let's go get that marzipan cake for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you can't eat it until tomorrow.
Oh, no cake today.
Thank you so much for watching and see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.